Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Evolution. Now today I'm going to be doing my episode 7 review of Dragon Ball Super, and these reviews, as I title them in the title, they are now going to include spoilers and all that stuff because a lot of subscribers are saying that was probably the best way to go about these reviews. And you know what? I thought about it and they're right. So we're going to have spoilers in these reviews now. So that's your warning. So in this episode, not a whole lot really happened, actually. The whole thing about Vegeta transforming was kind of teased, obviously, in the preview, and as well as the episode title. But it's not something that happened till the end, and that's something that really bothered me. That they kind of titled it this, and then obviously saved it to the end, and nothing really happened. And in the preview, we didn't really see much. But before all that happens, we see that it's the aftermath of Boo and Beerus's fight. Boo's still alive, as a lot of us may have expected. He gets back up, wants to fight Beerus again, and all the other Z fighters that we saw, like in Battle of Gods, are trying to now defeat Beerus, and it's pretty much just that retelling of that 5-minute scene spread across 22 minutes. So you can imagine all the things that would happen there. Obviously, they really do not necessarily want to say it's filler, because it's not exactly filler, but they do definitely squeeze all the life out of those moments as possible. Each character fights Beerus for a lot longer, with the exclusion of Gohan, who had gone absolutely demolished by Beerus. But all the characters do get a good fight in terms of time. They obviously get demolished, but it was definitely an enjoyable episode overall. Definitely, I really did enjoy the episode, even though honestly, nothing happened. But I think so far in this series, the episodes that have had the least new things, I guess, occur in the story usually have something interesting happening that I really enjoy. It makes me really enjoy those episodes. Same thing goes with this one. So I really enjoyed that about it, but it's not a whole lot to really cover at the same time, so it's going to end up being a shorter review right here. But I really did enjoy this episode. It was one of the better ones. It was better than, I think it was probably the third best episode yet, I would say. Episode 6 was my favorite, then 1, and then this. I did enjoy this episode, even though it does leave at a pretty massive cliffhanger to see exactly what Vegeta's transformation entails. We do see him transform into a Super Saiyan 2, but that's really it. We don't see much from the previews of him fighting Beerus. One thing to point out, though, the animation is still pretty decent, but there are some definite mishaps in the episode that I'll be displaying on screen. And there's also when Vegeta is going to transform into Super Saiyan 2 and he's angry at Beerus hit Bulma. The animation there was quite a bit off, actually. It wasn't like it was poorly animated per se. It didn't look, cardboard like in episode 5, but it was almost like they were making Vegeta into like some caricature. Almost like they were parodying their own series in a lot of ways, because his eyes bulged out and it just looked very off and not something that you would see in Dragon Ball. So it really caught me off guard, and I've seen a lot of memes going around on it, and it is something that's a little bit silly, definitely. But there's not, honestly guys, this review is going to be cutting off right here because there's really nothing to really mention of in this episode. It was just action, and everyone was getting their ass whooped by Beerus. Vegeta continued to be afraid of him greatly. One thing to note is that's interesting is that I noticed Dende could sense Beerus's energy. Piccolo didn't seem to really know how to do it, which doesn't make sense, because if it's about being a god, which, Dende being the god of Earth, shouldn't exactly have a godly presence or key to necessarily sense Beerus, if that makes sense. He shouldn't just acquire that by being a god. And if that's the case, I think that Piccolo should have it because he could sense the Supreme Kai back in the Buu Saga. But it was all a little bit jumbled. I don't think that it makes a whole lot of sense, but I kind of have to nod it off at this point. There's a lot of things in the series that doesn't make sense, and maybe we'll see in the future. This whole godly thing key is not really exactly explained yet in the series. But that's pretty much been the episode review, guys. I know it was a little bit shorter than usual ones, but like I said, not a lot to talk about, obviously. But I did enjoy it, definitely, and I am excited for episode 8 coming next week. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.